All right, so this is JY and DJLaoD with another episode. I think this is episode
Episode
5
5.
of
Yep.
For the Lulz. That's just gonna be our name. I think. I think it's a
That's a
good
pretty
name.
good name. We've gotten good feedback about it,
Yeah.
I think.
So like last time, yeah, I kind of ran out of steam towards the end because like, DJ Laudi was like, "So One Punch Man," and I was like, "Yeah, One
It's
Punch Man.
good.
Yeah, it's good." So this time we're doing it a little earlier. I'm gonna drink a little bit of scotch and hopefully, and also
That's a depressant.
he,
Scotch
he
is a depressant.
he's gonna
You
be
should be
playing the
drinking.
games because like it's hard to talk in game at the same time. Like I don't know how those streamers do it. Like that's tough, man.
I think they take pauses during like the exciting moments. But this is just Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I could play number 1, but I like number 2 because in Sonic 2 there's only two acts per stage, so it's a little shorter. I think the levels are a little bit
Okay,
easier.
why are there two screens? I'm confused.
So
There.
Sonic 2 also introduced co-op mode. Well, not actually. Well, okay. There's two different modes you can play on. This
Okay.
is this is versus mode, is what you're seeing right here.
Okay. Oh, but you're not
Uh,
playing right now.
no, for viewers who are maybe perhaps younger, they may know that if you leave a game on without, so CRTs used to have burn-in, right? If you left a screen on for an extended period, the screen would burn in, so you'd have a permanent image on your screen, like a ghost.
Oh, right. That's what those
Right.
screensaver things were for. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
if
Makes
kids
sense.
if kids left this game on, hooked up, if it was just like a non-moving image, it would burn onto their screen. And so there's this demo mode, which just basically it's just, recorded gameplay to
Yeah.
prevent.
Usually pretty crappy gameplay too. Like the demos always show like the worst.
I mean, it's okay. It's not.
Like the Marvel versus Capcom games. Like the recorded demos are just awful. Like, I mean, learn to basic combo, please. Like,
Oh, okay.
it's an
We should
embarrassment.
play. Is it illegal for us to play Marvel on an emulator against each other?
I don't. I think it would be fine. We can do that next time.
We should do a
Yeah.
co-op or versus game via emulator because you can
Oh yeah, we
you
could do that. We could do that, but then yeah, it'll be tough because like then I'll be like
Or
yeah,
like
One
you'll
Punch
be like
Man.
you'll be
Yeah,
too in.
yeah, yeah. It's good. It
All
is
right.
pretty good. All right. What conversation topics do we have prepared today?
Well, I figured this week we're gonna try to learn a little bit more about you and stuff you're into, right? For
Oh
example,
yeah.
so let's picking up on that One Punch Man thing. What are your thoughts on One Punch Man?
Oh yeah. I think Goku would totally stomp him. So yeah, like
False. That is, first of all,
that
that's
he
false.
would just completely stomp him because like if you remember, like he's not actually One Punch Man because at the end of season 1, he had to use multiple punches to beat the final boss.
I don't
Um,
remember that at all, actually.
okay, so in the final episode of
How do you
season
know?
1,
How do you know he was actually like? How do you know? I mean, he can obviously like touch things without destroying them, right? So how do you know he wasn't just like kind of messing around
oh,
to
because
like try to not be bored?
every time he fights a monster, he always kills him in one punch. But like
Well,
that
that's
time,
because those monsters are super weak. So maybe
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know.
So he's not
Uh,
strong enough to kill everything in one punch. So like Goku would just stomp him. Also, Goku can fly, so he can just like fly and keep away
One
and
Punch Man
just
can jump super high.
yeah, it's not the same thing. So Goku would just
It's I don't,
fly in
then
the
what?
air, and then just shoot fireballs.
And then he goes run. I mean, but
Yeah,
then we wouldn't
yeah,
check One Punch.
yeah, and then yeah, it would be over. Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think
I
so,
think
dude.
so. Like Goku,
That's
I don't know if you've been following Dragon Ball, but Goku's a god now. Yeah,
uh.
there's
Is
this
that
sick scene in Return of Frieza where Vegeta's like, I too have the power of a god, and he says it like real sick like, and then he beats up Frieza. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but they're gods now. It's pretty cool.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they're gods. Yeah,
It's been a while since I've watched Dragon Ball. Actually,
yeah.
I started Super, but I never really finished it.
Oh well, I mean you missed out. I mean it's good. It's really good.
It was
If
it
you
was
know
just
what I
too
mean.
hard. It's too hard to it because it's I don't know. There's just too many episodes. I think
What? That
the
doesn't.
reason I like One Punch Man, right, is because there's no build up, right? There's not like, oh god, let's charge up forever and then maybe we'll win this fight.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's because like they had to wait for the manga to catch up. I think.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe.
sorry. Okay, I said manga. I sound like a weeaboo. So they had to wait for the comics to catch up. I'm gonna say comics, so it'll trigger
Are
some
they comics
weeaboos.
or are they mangas? I don't know.
I just want to trigger the weeaboos. Evangelion, Neon Genesis, Evangelion,
Evangelion.
Evangelion, Evan, Evan.
Evangelion.
No, I
Evangelion.
think Evangelion is close to how you're supposed to pronounce it. So no, we're just gonna keep mispronouncing stuff.
Did you watch? So did you watch One Punch Man season 2?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Let's
And
not give spoilers because I know it's
oh,
not
really?
available on
Oh,
Netflix.
that's true. That's
Where
true.
where did you watch it?
Don't worry about it. Legally,
Okay, but okay.
completely legally and
Okay, I watched
legitimately.
it's on Hulu. Shout outs to Hulu if you want to subscribe. They have a lot of
Yeah, please
um,
sponsor us, Hulu. We
TV shows. Yep, they have One Punch Man. They have My Hero Academia.
yeah,
A couple
Hulu.
other.
We have like a dozen views on our video. That's pretty like that's exceeded my expectations. So yeah, man. Hulu sponsor us, please.
Yep, we
Okay.
will get you some
Yeah.
subscribers. So I watched it on Hulu, right?
Well, I think
Uh,
the okay. Well, what do you think about the animation? Because the season one animation was really good, and
Different.
people were
Yeah,
complaining about
I didn't like
season
season
two.
2 and
Yeah.
season 2 animation was bad. I guess this is not a spoiler. It's the story is not self-contained as it was in. That is, when you finish watching season 1 of One Punch Man, you're just kind of done watching, right? You don't need
Yeah.
any more episodes. If you
Yeah.
watch season two, I
Yeah,
guess we
it's
can say this,
clickbait.
right?
Yeah, it's
It ends on
clickbait.
a
It's
it ends
clickbait.
on a cliffhanger. Can we say it ends on a cliffhanger? I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, it's clickbait. Cause like it's like you won't believe this one weird trick.
Yeah.
Clickbait. Yeah.
And they're trying to build towards like a whole series of episodes. It's
Right. Right. Right.
uh I really don't want to give away too many spoilers
Oh
about
no, that's
the.
fine. We can just talk about season one. Well, I mean, I think I already said everything about season one. Goku can stomp him, but I just
That's not that's
it,
not true. So.
it's I really like it because they did it in an innovative way, right? Because the problem with Dragon Ball Z is that they get too powerful and then all the other characters are useless and you don't care about them. But like the way they structured the story, like
And then they have to introduce a new character who's stronger, and then
right,
they're like,
exactly. It's just
yeah,
stupid. But like the way they
yeah.
do it in One Punch Man, like that's brilliant. Like I think that's what I like about it the most. Also, Bill Burr likes it. He mentioned it in his podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's
True
your
facts.
you know what I really like about One Punch Man is that because they keep introducing new monsters and new heroes, they're always very innovative. I think they're all different to some
Yeah,
extent.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Oh, and then I don't know if I'm allowed to mention this, but there's a lot of gay erotica that girls like, I guess, of One Punch Man between
Genos.
Genos and then
Oh.
and
What
then
about that
and
purgatory
Saitama.
prisoner guy?
No, actually, surprisingly, no. It's all Genos, the really fast guy. What's his name?
Man, I forget. I know who you're talking about. He has like he's like a ninja guy. Yeah.
Yeah. What is his name?
I don't remember.
Is
Look
it
it up.
Sonic the Hedgehog? I feel like
Something
it's
supersonic. Something
yeah,
supersonic.
something supersonic.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
right.
just gonna
Yeah.
call him Sonic the Hedgehog. So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, Genos, and Saitama. And
Yeah.
surprisingly, the Pui Pui prisoner guy is not.
Purgatory prisoner.
Yeah, he's not in those gay hentais. Yeah.
But yeah, they create a lot of like interesting heroes and stuff. That's what I really like about the show. I really like what's that guy's name? The Rider guy. That guy is awesome.
Yeah, everyone likes Moomin Rider. He's top tier.
Moomin Rider.
Yeah, he's top tier.
I mean he's not, but
No, he is
I
top
mean,
tier. No, he
he's
is.
like C class or something. What's
No, he is top tier. Because man, like that's what life is about. It's like
riding your bicycle.
even if you suck. You just
Oh
gotta,
yeah.
You just gotta.
Never give up. Never give up. He never gives up, even though.
Yeah, no, you just gotta keep doing your thing, man. Because that's what life is. It's brutal.
So yeah,
Just gotta
season
keep
2
riding the
not as
bike.
not as good, but still subscribe to Hulu so you can watch it for sure.
Yeah, please sponsor us, Hulu. Oh, like I
Yeah.
think like Moomin Rider isn't really in season 2, right? Like I don't.
Well,
I'm trying
okay.
to remember.
I'm gonna say this about season. I'm gonna say this about season 2 of One Punch Man. He's not in it very much. All right, I'm just gonna straight up and say that sucks. Like he's not. He's in it for maybe what, like 10 minutes total the whole season or something like that. Something ridiculous like that.
Oh, you know what? I didn't pay much attention to it. Okay.
Oh man, he's not. Yeah, like if you like the show because of Saitama, it's very
Huh.
disappointing.
Yeah, well, okay. I guess I didn't notice it that much because like the other stuff that was going on was pretty interesting.
There's interesting stuff that goes on, I suppose, but
No,
I think everyone watches it for Saitama, right? He's
Uh, I don't know
the
if that's true.
namesake of the show.
I don't know if that's true.
I'm cheesing this boss, by the way. Oh
Okay.
crap, I'm dead.
Okay. And
Uh,
also, like, what is the rule for spoilers? Like, how long is something out before you can
it
spoil
has
it?
been out for a while, but I talked to our friend Mixmaster P2K3, and
Right.
he hasn't
Right.
watched it,
Okay.
so I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Wait.
I,
Wait. What are those things coming out of that? Because I never played
we're
Sonic.
oh okay. So there's Dr. Robotnik, right? Everyone,
Okay.
I mean, have you watched the trailer for the awesome movie that's coming out soon?
Oh yeah. I actually prefer the original Sonic
No,
CGI
no.
because
Oh
like
my god.
they're fixing it, but I don't think
Right.
there's anything needed to fix because like I mean the original like the what they had originally was wow. I mean
What?
that
It was
was
terrible. It was
yeah,
terrible,
well
dude.
that's exactly why it was so good. It was just very brave and
Do you think they
innovative.
did that on purpose to like
I don't
troll
know.
people?
I don't know what they were, but
I'm super confused as to why they did that.
even if it was an unintentional troll or whatever, like this, that's just wow, bold, innovative. Like I liked it, and I hope they don't fix it because no, I'm
It was
serious.
terrible.
I'm
It was so
serious.
terrible, dude.
Now that they're fixing it, I'm definitely not gonna watch the movie because like the bad Sonic CGI was, yeah,
Top tier.
yeah, yeah. Wait, okay, I lost my train of thought. Okay,
It's fine. All right.
what we're
So,
talking
all right.
about?
We're talking about One Punch Man. It's fine. So, I actually meant to start this episode by recapping the week. So, how was your week? I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah, really good, really good.
huh?
Yeah,
Your wife was on.
yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell a fictional story about this week.
All right.
About psychedelics. No, of course, like drugs are illegal, so you know, I would never actually do drugs. So
Well, it depends what state and what type of drugs you're talking about, I suppose.
yeah, but like I mean, psychedelics are just you know evil and bad. So you know, I just pretended that I did them,
Okay.
so I could look cool in front of my friends, and they're just like make stories up about like what it was like, you know?
Okay.
Yeah,
I kind of follow you, I suppose. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
just
so
pretend that we'll pretend that whatever you're saying now is not
yeah,
true.
just
But
completely false because like you know it's legal, but you know. I pretended that I purchased some shrooms from
okay.
one of my training partners.
Was it like a guy who wore a trench coat in like Jersey?
No, no, it was one of my training partners. Like
Okay.
fictionally, right? Like you know, like he doesn't actually exist. I'm just making this up, but you know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then you know you know after purchasing them, like on the first day, I just did what's called a microdose. So like. There's a lot of articles and buzz now, like Silicon Valley. A lot of these programmers, they're doing microdoses of shrooms or LSD or whatever, to like
Uh,
put their
I don't
mind.
know if I'm allowed. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but one of the professors at the University of Washington, who's under a lot of scrutiny right now for somewhat politically incorrect statements, I'll just put it at that. He got fired, I think, from Stanford for admitting that he always had psychedelics on him in his
Oh,
bag.
yeah. I mean, that's wrong, man. You can't be doing that. Cause like, remember, like I'm just making this stuff up. Like I was,
Right.
and you know, I was just texting my friends, telling them, you know, I was just trying to look cool in front of my friends. Really, this is all made up. But yeah. But what's people in Silicon Valley do is that they'll microdose on LSD or shrooms, cause like it'll get your mind in like a. I would describe it as like a peak productivity state. Like it really put me in the flow zone. Hypothetically speaking, of course. And you
Okay.
know, like on Monday, like I coded until 2:30 a.m. in the morning. You know, I just yeah, and it was good.
Okay. I read you. Okay.
And then on Tuesday, you know, I was texting my friends pretending I had done a bunch
This is a
more.
glitch in the game, by the way. For people who are watching at home, I've totally broken the game. The boss
Wow.
should show up here. There's two. So where I'm staying right now, there should be a thing that rises up here, and there should be a thing that rises up right here.
So
The
do you
fact
have
that
to reset like what you like? Because you can't kill yourself, right? So what are you gonna do?
yeah, this game is bugged out here.
You're gonna have to reset or something.
Well, what? So the reason these two things that are supposed to rise up here are not rising up are because idiot Tails here is like in the way. So
What do you mean he's in
I'm,
the way? He's just a tiny little fox.
I know I got to do something
How
here.
could he? How could he? Yeah, it's too bad you can't commit suicide. So your characters are basically stuck in this. What is this like a forest?
No, no, no. This is a 2D side scroller, dude.
No, no, I know, but it's a forest, right? They're in a forest.
Yes,
Like
yes.
this level's like the forest level.
It's like a forest with like an underwater zone, so you have to like breathe these air bubbles and stuff. I'm trying to find.
I think you're gonna have to reset it, buddy.
No, no, I'm going to do something here. There it goes. I got it to trigger. The way I'm
Wait,
doing this
how'd
is
you do
because
that? How'd you do that?
well,
What'd you
this is
do?
I'm also well, what I'm doing now is I map. So this also had this mode called like basically like little brother mode. So the second controller, if you plugged it in, they could control this AI character, Tails. You see how he's like jumping exactly when I jump?
Right.
It's because I mapped the second controller to do exactly everything that I do.
But why would that stop him from showing up?
He doesn't. I did that so I could move him out of the way. I could control
Okay,
him.
got it. Why are there penguins in there? Like what
Okay.
are
Oh, I never got to. Okay, so Dr. Robotnik is the bad character in this. He's
Yeah.
like the Bowser of Sonic, and his thing is he creates these robots, but the robots for whatever reason need some kind of animal in them to help control them or something. I don't know. And so when I kill these robots that are the kind of like the minor enemies in these levels, right? The bad
Okay.
guys. I'll break free one of these animals. Watch. I'll try to find one here. In this zone, there's actually less. For those who are thinking I'm really bad at this game, I'm actually trying to speed run it, so I don't really care that I lose all my coins and stuff. Which
Yeah, who cares? They're
I,
coins. The score doesn't matter. Yeah, cause like as long as you just have one
okay,
coin.
so this is an example of a bad guy,
Okay.
and see how I just broke him there? Or I destroyed him.
Okay. Yeah.
So when I destroy him, the little animal popped out.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you.
So that's the
I'm
idea.
picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
Right.
So this past, so you did some
Right, right.
psychedelics.
So yeah.
Is basically
Well, no, no,
your thing.
I didn't. I just pretended to. Right. So, because those are bad for you. And I think so. I got some stories, because like okay, so like for Tuesday when I did a whole bunch, right? Like then I went into the spirit world. But I mean, it's not the first time I've been in
When
this.
you say you did some, you mean you
Pretended to.
metaphorically.
Yeah, metaphorically pretended to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm describing like what I think the experience would have been like, because obviously this is all hypothetical, and like because I've been to the spirit world before, and I had been
Okay.
scared because like so there's another thing called DMT, dimethyltryptamine, that Joe Rogan's big on, right?
Okay.
And so the thing with shrooms is that it lasts a couple hours, whereas DMT, if you just do it, like if you just smoke it out of a pipe, it'll just last about 30 minutes. It'll be super intensive, but then it'll just go away. Whereas shrooms, it'll last with you for a couple hours.
Okay.
Um, like, with, like, do you know
Are
what?
shrooms fat soluble?
I don't know what that means.
I mean, so LSD, right, stores in your fat,
Okay.
and so because it's a fat soluble drug, I believe marijuana is also fat soluble, which is why people make like
Okay.
pot brownies, right?
Right.
Because these are organic molecules. They
Wait. So
have
what does
low
fat
polarity.
soluble mean?
It. I mean, a lot of things are like so. The example I was given class is there's vitamins that are fat soluble and there's vitamins that are water soluble. An example of a fat soluble vitamin is like I think vitamin D, for example, right? Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin. So they dissolve in fats. They don't
Okay.
dissolve in.
So what's the significance of that?
Well, that means that certain things can store in your because they're fat. They dissolve in fat, right? So they can store in your fat.
Oh, so they
And
last
so when
longer?
you burn that fat, it can come out. That's why people can get I think what they call like LSD. What is it called? I don't remember what it's called, but it's like you can go into like a trip again like later on.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
it's not.
awesome.
I mean, it's
Like,
not cool if what if you're like working out all of a sudden and then
well, no. I mean, that's exactly why you shouldn't be doing psychedelics. I mean, that's just irresponsible and wrong. But
yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, okay. So what limited? Because I mean, you have a PhD, obviously. Like the limited thing I know is that shrooms and DMT, they both have pretty similar structures. Like they both contain DMT something something something.
Okay.
Uh,
We can show the structure here, and in post put the structure of
sure.
DMT.
Okay. I'll put the structure
Okay. And
in.
then
Yeah.
yeah.
And so but
And
it's
what you're looking for is a lot of carbon bonds, and those are usually, well, you're looking for a lack of OH bonds.
okay. Don't know what
Anyways,
that means either, but
for
you're
fat soluble, for those
you're
organic
the
chemists out there who are listening.
awesome. So like so like that's if you smoke DMT, it's pretty quick. But if you do something called ayahuasca, which is like what the people in South America did, like they mix DMT with a bunch of other stuff, like I guess they mix it because like by default, like the DMT won't get metabolized unless you ingest it with something else. I don't know. I don't understand the science, but like ayahuasca lasts a really long time, and like
It must be fat soluble then, because okay,
oh okay
so like I was saying about vitamins, right?
yeah
Certain vitamins are fat soluble, other vitamins are water soluble. And so that's why you can excrete certain vitamins in your urine really easily, because you can't OD on vitamin C, for example. But if you have a bunch of vitamin E, you can get really sick because
oh wow okay
yeah,
oh so I
you don't
think
just secrete it.
you can't OD on vitamin B12 because you pee it out. So I guess that's water
B
soluble.
vitamins,
Yeah.
correct. B vitamins are all water soluble.
Nice,
Correct.
nice. Okay, cool. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah,
Vitamin
so
A is not.
good to
Vitamin
know.
A is a long chain alkyl chain
Okay,
for the most part. Anyways, yeah.
good to know. Yeah, so like ayahuasca is like a pretty popular thing to do in New York. I guess they have like all these ceremonies that they do, and they're like pretty like they're like pretty religious or whatever, or they're supposed to be because you're supposed to treat it seriously. I
Okay.
think like people who just like do DMT, they're just some irresponsible people are doing it recreationally. For me, hypothetically, I'm doing it for the spiritual aspect because like do you know what fractals are?
The mathematically, yes, the patterns.
Yeah, like they're self similar, but I mean they're really like the Mandelbrot set or the Julia set. I'll edit it in post.
Put up some
Yeah,
edit and some
yeah,
image.
but like they're essentially just math equations, but they're self similar, and you know you can zoom in forever. But the effect that it produces is like this constantly shifting, chaotic, beautiful dance of colors and curves and sort of symmetry, but not quite. It's self-similar, so it's not completely symmetric. It's symmetric to scale. So like when you're zoomed in, it still sort of looks like what it does zoomed out. The example of this is like trees, right? Like tree branches. Like you
Mhm.
keep zooming in, and they're kind of similar to each other. I mean,
So you
not the trees in this game.
does everyone see these when you
Yeah, so like so there's like two different types of things you can do, right? So first, you can close your eyes or you can open your eyes. So if you open your eyes and you look at the clouds or the trees, you really notice the fractal patterns, and it kind of really brings them out and then makes them more intense. If you close your eyes, like I hypothetically saw the Mandelbrot set, and then I just like okay, like the first time I did it, and then there's a funny story that
it's very
happened.
confusing when you say hypothetically and then you say when
Yeah,
I first did it.
the first time I pretended to do it, and then
Put in the comments if you think that Jay should just admit that he has
I
used
have
these.
never no that this is incorrect and wrong. So anyways,
Put in the
so,
comments what you think.
so anyways, like it was last summer at my friend's bachelor party, right? So like before this, I had not done this other thing called Salvia Divonium called Diviner Sage,
Uh-huh.
which I guess I would describe it as DMT light because it kind of makes you go crazy. But like that's the only experience I had with psychedelics. Like you don't see anything, but like if you take a strong enough dose, you could get something called ego death, which is like where you kind of you forget who you are as a person, right? And like I think that's like the whole goal of like the Buddhist meditation is to like forget the self, like you know the your conscious part, and just like be like one with your unconscious. So
Okay.
I think that's
EG,
like
maybe.
how you would describe it. And so like that's the only experience that I had with psychedelics before. So then at the summer at the my friend's bachelor party, one of my friends brought some DMT. Obviously, I didn't do any, but so I'm just describing what I think would have happened to me.
What you
What I
think
think would have,
everyone else probably saw. You're somehow
yes,
you are.
exactly. Yes, I'm describing what I think they experienced. So basically, I did it, and then the first time I did it, nothing happened, right? Like it just gave me a lightheaded feeling, a little bit of euphoria, but I was like, this doesn't feel right. So then I was like, all right, no, let's do round two.
Oh, boy. This is like, so I have a funny story about this. I
All
have
right.
never done drugs, to be honest. I mean, I'll take a
Yeah, yeah,
polygraph if you,
yeah.
but I have a friend who he told me that he had this experience where I think he took a bunch of pot brownies, all right?
Right, right.
And I think when you ingest it, it takes a lot longer to kick in.
Oh,
And so he
much
kept,
longer. So you think
yeah,
you're
and so he,
safe.
he
You think
kept
you're
he
safe.
kept eating them,
Oh
thinking that,
no! Oh no!
yeah.
Oh no!
So this
That
is a
rookie
similar experience
mistake.
to. It sounds like exactly what happened to you here.
No, I don't think so because like if you don't do it right, nothing happens. Like you have to
Oh, that's
like
weird.
I
Okay.
think the tip my friend described is you have to make sure the crystals burn. They look like energy crystals. It smells kind of like incense, which I
That,
like
what the hell
maybe
is an energy crystal?
they just look like energy crystals, and it smells like incense. And I think maybe that's why incense is
What is an
so
energy crystal, bro?
I don't know, like a bunch of crystals. They just look like
What?
crystals. It looks like what you think like the spirit world entry supplement would look like. You know, like they just look like energy crystals.
Okay.
And you have to make sure the crystals melt. And like the second time, I made sure the crystals melted, and then all of a sudden, right, I was standing at the beach on ocean shores, and
Okay. You were
uh,
nude and you like.
nope, fully clothed,
Okay.
and
Are you sure?
and so like there's a bunch of like shrubs or I don't know what they're like bushes I guess because like you know at the beach like you know further away from the beach there's a bunch of shrubs so like all of a sudden it seemed like all the shrubs were surrounding me right it just had there's this intense feeling where I saw all the shrubs and then I just fell to the ground and then what I would describe it as is like I saw everything in super HD high definition like 4K no like
Like you bought those glasses that they sell
yeah
on like infomercials or like experience life in HD when you wear
right
these
yeah
glasses.
it was like 40,000 K really and like one of my other friends described it as this is like I have these other friends who do these bad things you know like for real I'm just talking for fake but uh like he described like by default the brain filters out a lot of information because there's a lot of stuff going on all the time and like the brain doesn't really want to process it but like when you're on these like you actually see everything for what it is and I think that's what it felt like because I could see every grain of sand and it was just really intense and I wasn't ready for it so then so I was freaked out and so I closed my eyes right and as soon as I closed my eyes
Okay.
then immediately I saw a movie playing in my head of like this constant these shifting shapes and
Oh,
colors
I'm dead.
which looked like the Mandelbrot set really it I would like the Hindus have this thing called the cosmic dance of creation and destruction of Lord Shiva and that's kind of what it was like it's like all these shapes and forms coming into existence and then disappearing because it's like constantly changing right it's in flux it's like Bruce Lee's Be Like Water is what it was like so it was very beautiful just knowing there was like this infinite number of beautiful uh, infinities. I would call them infinities, like an
Okay.
infinite number of curves, colors, configured in a certain way. Like you take a snapshot, and you could spend a lifetime looking at these colors and curves, but it just disappears and becomes something else entirely. And the other
Hmm.
thing is, a lot of people talk about changing the channel. So like if you don't like what you're currently seeing, you can just open your eyes, close them again, and then you get something different. But then like you think about it, it's like you'll never see what you just saw ever again, and it's like everything's constantly being created and destroyed in your mind. But it's like divinity. There's like a divinity of infinity in your head that you get to experience, which is what the Hindus talk about. Because like the Christian religions are more like you know God is external to you, you know, out there. But like the Hindus, well, I mean, I'm still like studying religion, but like the Hindus are talking about you know how divinity is inside humans. Like the Buddhists have this phrase called like the face that you wore before you were born. Woo woo stuff like that.
Okay.
And I really feel like you know after doing this stuff hypothetically, like I'm
You
picking
gotta
up
stop saying that. You gotta stop saying that.
I'm picking up what they're putting down. You know, it is a very beautiful thing.
So
But
you think the people who created religion did psychedelics?
um, I don't know, but I think they experienced something similar to it. Just what I understand, there's these artists, right, that draw all this beautiful art in the sand,
Hmm.
right? During the low tide, and then when the high tide comes in, it's all wiped out.
Okay.
And I never understood like why they did that, but like now I think I get it. It's like with psychedelics, it's the same thing. Like everything you see, like that exact imagery, you're never gonna see again, ever. Like no one's ever gonna see it because it's unique to you
Yeah.
for that particular time and place. And
Yeah.
I think there's something beautiful about that. So that that's what attracted me to it. And then so on Tuesday, hypothetically, so I did
Middle of the week. Middle of the week.
yeah middle week. I did you know the shrooms, and then it was a little bit different. Like the images, I would say they were not quite as like high resolution, I guess. But like I still like if you close your eyes, you still see the cosmic dance of creation and destruction. So that was really nice. And then like immediately afterwards, I was really productive again. Like after it started to wear off, like I started to take care of business and do a bunch of chores.
Nice, dude.
So
So
yeah.
it's like
So like I understand why this.
Adderall. So you're taking Adderall.
Yeah. Like so I understand like why the Silicon Valley people are doing it. Like I don't approve of what they're doing. Clearly, but
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So
You technically work for Silicon Valley. I mean,
no, I mean
kind.
Seattle's pretty different, but like yeah, I would recommend everybody do them hypothetically just to like even if you're not religious, like
I probably won't do them, but
yeah,
yeah.
no, I mean it's fine if you don't. I'm just saying like it'll give you like a different perspective. Like, and I don't think like all the people who invented religion. Oh wait, I can't say religion was invented. That might trigger some people, right? So I'm not
I
saying
don't know.
all the original shamans or like wise men like they all did psychedelics, but I think they experienced or saw something similar.
Yeah.
Because like well especially like the hippie ones, right? Like they all talk about how it's all interconnected and interrelated. I was just thinking about like the similar experiences that me and my friends experienced.
Do you think this helped Steve Jobs like invent all this stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a
Like all
graduation
that stuff?
he has a graduation speech that I can link in the show notes where he talked about he said a bunch of BS about how the psychedelics helped him make the fonts look pretty. Like,
I mean, he definitely took like tons of
yeah,
drugs.
like I don't know, I don't know that the psychedelics helped him create good fonts, but because like he's a terrible person. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you read his biography?
I have not.
He is like an awful human being. Like he had a daughter like proven by DNA test, but he kept denying
Oh,
it
I
was
know
his
about
daughter.
that. Yeah, I know
Like
about
he
that.
just did a lot of just awful things, and like if you do the psychedelics like you're supposed to, it's supposed to like give you some kind of cosmic perspective and make you a better person, not a worse person.
Yeah.
So like I think he was just doing them for fun. Yeah, yeah, which is wrong. Because like it shouldn't be used as a toy. It should be used as a process of self
Uh,
discovery. Oh, you.
I just killed myself here. Yeah, that was bad. That was embarrassing.
But tails can fly, right? Why couldn't you switch to tails? Isn't it like a Donkey Kong, where you get
uh, yeah, it is similar. I don't know. It's fine.
because
I have plenty of
like
lives.
Sonic dies, so then like don't you switch to tails afterwards?
No, it's not like that. No,
Oh, then what's the point of tails then?
it's just kind of there. It's like your
What
sidekick.
does he do extra attacks?
Doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. Well, he
Okay,
does. He can do damage to like enemies and stuff. So
interesting.
you've never played this game before?
No, because like back in the day, it was like Super Nintendo or Sega, right? Like it was one or the other. You
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
like
I
you
talked
you,
about this. Yeah,
you had to
I talked
choose
about this
your
last
camp.
time. Why I have this, and the
Yeah.
reason I can do the speed run like this is because I've played this. I mean, this is definitely not a speed run, right? I mean, people who actually speed run this game probably know all the shortcuts
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
of course, but that's fine. Like, our thing is just we're just casuals playing games, right? We're not
Yeah.
super pros.
Oh, I died again. How
How
embarrassing.
do you lower that bridge?
There's a thing I keep missing.
Hmm.
Damn,
Okay.
it sucks. I'm only down to one life. I'll try to make it this time. I was trying to go too fast, I think was the problem.
No, hey, no pressure, man. No pressure. It's fine.
So that was your week. You took a bunch of psychedelics,
Whoa, no,
allegedly.
whoa.
Oh,
Please,
sorry.
please.
Don't edit that out. Don't edit that out.
Yeah, it's just like a nice process of self discovery, and The other kind of cool effect, so like I don't know if you heard, but like DMT supposedly, it gets released into your body during near death experiences.
Okay.
So like I guess all living things produce it or whatever, and there's receptors for it, and so like one thing
Is,
that can happen
is
is
this why people when they die they think they see stuff?
exactly precisely. And well, I heard another disturbing thing from one of my friends that I messaged is that you might deplete your supply for when you die, but I don't think that's true. But I you can get kind of out of body experiences. So like for me, it kind of felt like I was watching myself in a movie during the few hypothetical times that I tried it. It was kind of like I'm looking at myself from away. Um, but I think that's like a good tool to work through your own issues. Is if like you kind of detach yourself and observe yourself as a third party, and then you can kind of work through, like observe how you're behaving and then how you want to change that. So that was like another thing I was meditating on middle of this week, right? Um, yeah, because like the thing is like I've been meditating like the past 2 years, and
Yeah.
I,
What do
I
you so walk us through this meditation thing because I've never really meditated before.
oh
What do you do?
there's like a couple ways to do it. Like I took a class before, but like
Mhm.
so what I do now, I just count to 10, and that's it. But like I can never count to 10 because I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. So like
Okay.
you count to 10, and then if your mind wanders, you start over. I can't even get past 10, and then that's what I do. And you kind of just train your mind to
Well, what's the objective? I don't understand. What do you
just kind of
you clear your mind
yeah
or what?
clear your mind because like your conscious mind is always thinking about stuff, but you kind of train your mind, you discipline it, so like it's because your mind, you start being aware like your mind's constantly thinking about all these uh, different things, and you're
Hmm?
not conscious of the things that you're doing, and so like I think one of the benefits, at least that I've noticed, is like if I'm at work and then I'm about to waste time by like going on Facebook. Well, this is a
Hmm?
hypothetical example. I would never go on Facebook during work.
Right, at work, not at work.
Like
Yep.
before, like it was unconscious. I wouldn't think about it, but then like now, because like I'm more aware of what's going on. I kind of catch myself.
Yeah.
And but like the ultimate goal is like to just kind of clear your mind and get into like this flow state, and then so like last summer, like I had the best meditation of my life when I just closed my eyes and just looked at the cosmic dance, and I was just focused on the cosmic dance, and yeah, it was the best meditation, man. And like that's kind of like what I'm shooting for now, is like just like to see the cosmic dance again, without relying on any supplements.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm super confused by what the hell you're talking about.
Like the cosmic dance of creation and destruction, Shiva's cosmic dance. It's like this ancient mythological thing. There's
Okay.
okay. There's a woo woo book called The Tao of Physics that I read,
Uh-huh.
which is
Yeah.
pretty woo woo, but like I really enjoyed reading it. It was kind of talking about the similarities between physics and Taoism. So yeah, I've been reading a lot of like Eastern religious books. Like the other book, I read Bruce Lee's Striking Thoughts, where he also
Hmm.
talks about Taoism, and I think like that's where his whole "be like water" thing comes from. It's like the goal is like formlessness, and just not thinking. This is kind of like Goku's Ultra Instinct, but like, I mean the goal isn't to go go and beat Jiren and achieve Ultra Instinct form, but just have that state of adaptability and formlessness, as opposed to
I'm
being
so confused,
as
dude.
opposed to being rigid.
Yeah.
Because like
That
being too rigid is a disadvantage.
it is. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And
You
having a
can't be
cosmic perspective. Yeah. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
I don't nothing. It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about. So like, yeah, like I know this sounds pretty woo woo, but like I did like actually complete, like I went back to school to get like a professional master's in computer science. So like I'm not like that big into woo woo stuff, but
Okay.
it, it's good. It's good for a different perspective. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like I'm pretty big into studying like the Eastern religions now. Pretty big fan.
Really?
Yeah,
Uh,
totally.
so you seem to know a lot about religion. Did you grow up religious? As viewers are trying to learn more about your
Oh, whoa,
background.
whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't want to trigger people. Like,
Okay. All right. Sorry.
no, that's fine. Like, I
I
might
mean,
have,
I think it's okay to say whether or not you grew up like.
like, sure, like I might have grown up religious.
Did you go to church?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All right. That's
and
all I'm getting.
then
I mean, just trying to
like
learn more about you.
I could go more into it, but then we would wait. How many of our viewers are churchgoers now?
I
Like,
don't know, dude. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who our viers are. What
well,
I was
like,
thinking about this. I was thinking about this the other day. What's our demographic? What do you
oh,
think
it's
our
just our
demographic?
friends, really. Like,
Oh, okay.
because like, okay, I'm pretty sure like all of my viewers are not religious. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
I mean, I don't.
like,
I mean, I think
yeah.
nowadays it's okay to say whether you know. I mean, it's not
Oh,
a big deal.
some people will get mad, right? Because
I don't know.
like, see, like what I like about like the whole thing with like the Western religions, right? Is like they're very dogmatic, so they're not. They're like the opposite of flexible. They're very rigid. It's like our way is the one true way, and then like I actually really like the hippie approach better. It's like
Okay.
you kind of discover what works for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's fine.
you go
Yeah.
to the spirit world yourself and then draw your own conclusions.
Oh.
Uh, yeah, whereas the Western religions are pretty dogmatic. Well, some of them are. Like there were like a bunch of mystics back in the day. Like the Muslims had the Sufi sect,
Yeah.
and then the Christians had the Gnostics and the Coptic sects, I think, which were kind of mystic and believed in the woo woo kind of. They were more Eastern type religions. But
Yeah.
yeah, for the most part, they're very dogmatic, and so like I'm not a big fan of that. Sorry if this alienates one of our viewers out of our
Uh,
12 viewers.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think it's okay for us to discuss that stuff. I mean, we're not being offensive. We're just stating
I don't know.
what
Like
we know.
sometimes people just get upset over everything, so you never know.
Uh,
But yeah,
It's okay.
it's
We're not
okay.
trying to be offensive, Is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to make it seem like we're just talking about drugs the whole time and you doing different drugs. So
Oh man, I had more stories, not about me, but like, cause like, but oh, maybe we can save it for next time. I got it.
we'll save
I,
drugs, more drugs. If you want to listen to more drug talk, Jay will.
it's not even
Just,
drug. It's like what happened at the bachelor party afterwards. Like,
oh well, that's what we have time for right now. We are going to.
no, but it involves drugs though. Like not
Oh God.
legal pharmaceutical drugs is the problem.
Okay.
Legal pharmaceuticals,
All right.
which is
All
what
right.
I want to rant on.
Oh
Like,
well, I'm gonna move us along. I'm gonna move us along
okay,
because there's
next time.
different stuff.
I
How are
got.
we doing on timing? I don't even know how we're doing on timing.
Oh, I
Well,
don't know. Like, when did we? Oh crap! We're already at 45 minutes. Holy crap!
yeah,
Okay.
you talked about drugs for way too long, dude.
Okay, I guess we. All right, screw it. We'll just do like an hour show and then whatever. People, like whatever. That's fine.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, viewers, for watching this for an hour. I think there's only going to be.
You should edit out some of this fractal stuff.
No way, man. No way. No way.
Edit some of the drug stuff out.
No way.
Shorten it.
I'm gonna edit.
Get to
'cause,
the
like,
main point.
No, here's the thing. Like, because I talked to a bunch of my friends pretending, right, and like they were all interested. I told them I was gonna do a video, so they're all interested. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is for them.
I had nothing to add to it. I feel so.
Oh,
This
no,
was
no,
a
it's
very
fine.
very quiet one for.
No, you had the
Fine.
good questions, man. Like it's good. Like because otherwise it would just been me talking.
All right.
Yeah.
Edit this kind of like editorial chat, logistics chat out. So the speed run has pretty much failed because I died already, but that's okay. We will.
Did it though? Did it really?
Well,
fail?
I don't know. I had to use a continue, which
That's
sucks.
okay. It's all right.
Oh, I made it to the boss stage. Oh, jeez.
Is
This boss
like,
is very difficult.
Is this like an
Actually.
oil platform?
It is. I didn't know. Oh,
Did the
jeez.
game just
I hate
crash?
this. No, we're good.
Whoa! The graphics just got really psychedelic. Like,
What are you talking about?
but just look at it. Like,
What? I have no idea what you're talking
Okay,
about.
okay, I think Skype. Okay, I think Skype messed up.
Did it? Is it
Yeah. Okay.
normal now?
Yeah, like everything's kind of distorted now. But
Is it
that's
still
good. That's
distorted?
good. I think.
Is it back?
Well, I mean, my face is, but that's okay.
Is the graphics still messed up?
Okay, no, I think the graphics are fine now, but no,
Done.
I think it's perfect timing because like we were just talking about hypothetical spiritual worlds.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so we talked about One Punch Man.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
didn't give any spoilers. What? Give me a. Do you have any really awkward stories from your
No,
life?
I do. Like, what happened at the bachelor party afterwards? Like, it was just a disaster. Like,
What happened?
it wasn't regarding me, but you know what? I think this will be our teaser. Like, I'll tell it next time. It's one of my top 10 go-to stories. Because like I have like some pretty funny stories, right?
You do have, for those of you who don't know Jay very well and just watch this because of me, Jay has some pretty hilarious, embarrassing stories.
Yeah, like this is, and this didn't involve me. This involved like one of our idiot friends. But like we had to help him. Like it was pretty. But I'll save it for next time. Yeah, I don't know if like let's do the awkward stories next time. Like the time I got tased in the face. I think that's. Pretty
Oh
good.
boy,
I
that
think,
is a very good story.
I think that's a pretty good story to tell.
That's not as much awkward as it is just like.
No, it was pretty
I would
awkward.
classify your stories as you have some kind of dumb stories. That's one of them. You also have some awkward stories sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, this is more like, okay, so this is, I guess I'll tell a story now. So I went on a trip with my parents this past summer during my summer break from school. Right, and we went to San Francisco, and I went with my parents, my sister, and my two nephews, and.
All right.
On one of the days in San Francisco, I went out to dinner with my nephews, right?
All right.
Just like the three of us. And so we took an Uber, and we're going home we're taking this Uber home, and I get into this cab, or not cab, but this Uber. And are you the kind of guy who talks to Uber drivers?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay. And some people don't like to talk to Uber drivers, and that's
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
normal
that's
too.
fine.
That's very normal too. But I like to talk, right? And so I'm talking to this guy, and I'm like, so where are you from?
Right.
And then, right? And he kind of like, he mentions that he's from the DC area originally, and then he came to San Francisco and kind of worked for Amazon driving.
Okay.
And then I ask him, so where are you originally from, right? And normally, I think for most people, okay, and I want to preface this by saying that I wasn't like trying to like weird this guy out or anything. I was genuinely interested where he was from. But this guy turned out to be from Mexico.
Okay.
And so I'm asking him this question. I'm like, so where are you originally from? And he gives me he kind of is like, okay. And I was like, so how long you been here? And in my mind, I'm like, this is like a normal conversation I'd have with anyone, right? Like, if I met you, I'd be like, hey, Jay, where are you originally from?
Oh man, you're gonna trigger some people. Okay. You're okay.
So
you're
so I'm
taking a
ta-
great
so-
risk telling this story, but I respect it.
see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm
yeah,
getting with?
yeah. Like.
So I'm like talking to this guy. I'm like, so where are you originally from? And it didn't even occur to me that it'd be. This guy started to get really nervous around me, and it halfway through me like trying to get to know him better, right? Again, like literally, all I'm trying to do is get to know this guy because it's like a relatively long Uber ride.
You're committing what's called what the SJWs call microaggression.
Oh no. So I know what a microaggression is. I went through a whole training for school. I'm not.
Me too,
I wasn't.
me too.
I wasn't inferring that this guy, like, wasn't American or something,
But
right?
that's how he took it.
Right, and he probably thought I was an ICE agent. Actually, is what I started to realize.
They don't have
'Cause
Asian ICE agents.
I don't know, but he started to get super nervous, and like it wasn't until after the ride I was talking to my nephews. Is like, because like he started to take all these turns at the wrong time because I was watching his app and I was like, oh, why is this guy taking it right? I was like, you don't want to turn here. This is a one way, and he's like, oh my god, and so, yeah.
Wow.
So I just wasn't thinking in the moment, right? I wasn't trying to like. it wasn't like I was inferring that this guy was a non-legal, right, or whatever. I was just genuinely interested where he was from,
Okay,
what
well, you
brought
know
him
what?
to America.
If you had actually paid closer attention to your microaggression training, it's not about what you thought. It's about how they took it. All right.
Right, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
messed
Yeah.
up, dude. I messed up. Yeah. So that was super awkward, and I got out, and I felt really bad about it afterwards.
Oh man.
But I totally
Well.
was not trying to pretend to be like an ICE agent.
Oh man, poor guy. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I stopped talking to Uber drivers because oh, this was an episode 2, which was lost, but I
Oh,
realized.
we should have touched upon that. I was oh well. I'll mention this at the beginning of the next episode also, but for those of guys who are wondering why
No,
if you have watched,
I
why
explained
we
it in
don't,
episode 4. Yeah.
did you? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We lost an episode along the way because of sound. But,
I'm gonna salvage it somehow. But
okay.
yeah, like I was talking about how like I didn't know Uber drivers could give you a rating also, and I used to
Yeah.
think like I talked
What's
to,
your Uber rating? What is your Uber rating? I'm
oh, let me
confused as
check.
to why mine is so low. I have like a 4.7 or something.
Well, that's because you asked where he was from.
No, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, like
I was just trying to get
that's
to know him more. As like,
you're microaggressing, buddy.
I basically asked him for his whole entire work history and his family. Like,
Yeah.
and again, these are questions. If I were to ask anyone else, it'd be fine. I mean, this is implicit bias to some extent, right, or whatever.
Microaggression, but all right. So, oh crap. Okay, I'm at 4.78. So I think I might have even been lower, but yeah, I used to just ask people where they're from and just kind of like learn
Yeah.
about their country and all that. But then
Uh,
I realized
so what's the difference? So what's the difference between what I asked and that?
no, yeah, I guess some of them don't like it because like I only have a 4.78, where like some of my friends they have 4.9s. So
Yeah.
I'm just fierce, so now I just don't talk to them. Like screw them.
Oh,
Like never
yes.
again.
You just
Like
pee in your pants in the back.
I'm like yeah. Oh, but that'll be some awkward stories that I can tell.
That's
next
a
time.
story for another day,
Yeah,
everyone.
because we're at 55 minutes, but yeah, like because sometimes you just gotta pee your pants.
I mean, no,
No,
but
sometimes you have to, because like, I mean, what other choice do you have really? If you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm just
I,
glad, like mostly I haven't pooped my pants that much. I would say like I pooped my pants 3 times. Yeah.
what? Uh,
We're at
what?
50. We're at 55 minutes. Look, we gotta leave him wanting more. All right. We gotta leave him wanting more.
You should put that in the title as clickbait or something. Jay poops pants live on stream.
No, because then that would just be fake news. It's like
You should actually do it then. You should
I'm
actually
not gonna do it live on stream.
stream.
But yeah, like I've got stories for days.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I think we're at 55 minutes. I think it was
All right.
good. Like
All right.
I'm
Well,
okay. I'm sorry, some viewers, if I monopolize the time talking about the spirit world.
yeah.
I just think
I really think the viewers tune in to listen to me talk about stuff, but it's
I'm,
cool.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
It's fine.
I thought it was very
The
important.
Jay heavy episode.
in-
It's fine.
in-
It's fine.
In this day and age, like
Yeah.
we just need more spirituality. That's it. I'm
All
sorry.
right. The too long did not listen to was Jay did some drugs and then he
Whoa,
saw
whoa,
some
no,
stuff.
I didn't. No, I didn't. No, this was all hypothetical.
All right.
It was all hypothetical. But yeah, like okay, next episode I'll just play some games because like I'm unable to talk very much when I'm.
That's
gaming.
fine. That's fine. No, that's fine.
So then like you can give the commentary.
This is perfect timing because I just lost.
Yeah.
I don't want to use this continue because that's cheating. So.
Okay. No, that's I think
Sorry,
that's a good
sorry,
episode.
failed the speed run, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure
Thanks
to
for the
hit
like,
and
favorite, subscribe,
Be sure to
and
subscribe
we'll
to
catch you.
yeah.
Well,
Dual
what's this?
Geeks.
Oh,
Dual Geeks.
what's the? Uh,
Subscribe.
what was
to
going on
Dual
next
Geeks. Wait, what do you mean? What's going on next week?
before you do the outro. Sorry about that, folks. Are we on normal schedule next week, or did you have something going on?
Well, so like my in-laws are coming into town.
Let's interview him live on stream. Jay's in-laws.
That's
Upvote
That's-
this video if you want to see Jay with his
Ugh.
in-laws on live on stream, everyone, while we talk about Jay pooping his pants. We should totally do a live stream of you pooping your pants, or talk about.
For the record, the time I pooped my pants, the last time I did it was probably like, I want to say 2011. So it was a pretty long time ago. Look, because like, okay, I have like, I'm pretty sure I have irritable bowel syndrome, and like,
Don't no leave it no dude don't give too many details.
I'm
Yeah,
giving out a
leave
teaser. I'm giving out a teaser, right? And you know, sometimes there's just nowhere to go, so you just got to improvise. All right.
So your in-laws are going to be out of town.
Yeah, so
or in
they're
town.
going to be in town, so I don't know, like
What
what
your
the schedule will be.
in-laws.
But yeah, like,
Yeah.
all right, well, we're pretty close to an hour, so let's give the outro. So DJLaoD's channel is Dual Geeks. Hit like and subscribe.
We'll see you
And Hulu, please
next
sponsor
time.
us. All right.
Yep. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And in no way do we condone drug use.
Yeah, it's wrong. Okay, thank you, and good night.